Hey you guys, it's Tony, and I am back with my book, Grow Your Own Way, Whole, Well, and Worthy. And I'm not going to do an actual reading today. I'm just going to do some reflection. The book has been out for just about 3 months now. Well, July to August, about 2 months now. And it's done better than I could imagine thus far. And I'm very pleased. But what I want to talk about is the responses that I've been receiving from the book and the support that I have received. And, I talk about this book being Grow Your Own Way. And if you're reading the book, you'll see that in my own personal growth, I have often struggled with accepting when others are pouring into me, right? Accepting that folks do things for me because they want to, and because they care for me, because they love me, and because they want the best for me. So this whole release of this book has been overwhelming, and not in a bad way, but just in a self-reflective way, and taking me right to my book and bringing me back to reflect. There's a piece in here about self-love and self-care, and I remember clearly when I had no self-love or self-care, and I remember saying those words to myself. And on the other side of that, I said aloud to myself, well, if you don't love and care about yourself, how do you expect anybody else to? And I was working on myself from there. So now I love myself. Absolutely. Sometimes I'm like, wow, it's just amazing how taking care of yourself and your needs and really honoring who you are, taking time to get to know yourself, because I didn't know myself, so I didn't love myself. I was walking around the world embodied and behaving like others told me I should and expected of me. So of course, in hindsight, I wasn't happy with myself and I didn't love myself. But once I started doing that work and start taking in what that feels and felt like, it's the best thing. In this mindset, I can't imagine someone not taking the time to love themselves. And I do understand what a challenge that can be. And again, going back to this process of the book, from my party back here in the yard, the support that I received from Kamari and Nadia and every guest that was here that day, just being here in their presence, but going that extra mile, that day was overwhelming. It was exciting, it was overwhelming, and I think my body responded because I felt under the weather after that, and I think I was just I'm letting go. I'm really letting go of letting others be sincerely a part of me and a part of my life, and accepting what they're giving to me, and enjoying it, and realizing it's for me without any hidden agenda. So yeah, that's just been a lot. And then this past Saturday, going into the book signing itself, I was already excited. I wouldn't say I was really nervous. I don't really fear talking to people, crowds, single, whatever. But I just had this neutral feeling. And I keep saying to myself sometimes, boy, I don't feel sometimes what I'm feeling. And I think that had a lot to do with me detaching from feelings in the past, to not be disappointed or risk getting hurt. I just let my feelings just ignore them. But when I got home Saturday, and then I would say especially Sunday, I laid in bed for a long time. Sunday morning, I was full of joy, full of love, the love that I receive. I had two friends, Erin and Nicole, these women I just met here in Oakland, and they supported me and just was there, taking picture, getting my contact, talking to customers, like just supporting me, not looking for anything in return, and then purchasing books from me. And I know it may sound insane, but I've just been, it's been a lot. I'm overwhelmed and overjoyed with the kindness I've been receiving and the gratitude and the feedback. There was another young woman who came in, Andrea. We have the same last name, so there was some laughter about that. But she told me, she followed me on social media and she ordered the book and she wanted to come to the book signing. And I can't tell you guys what this feels like, but I feel like sharing my story is, I'm doing the right thing. I'm so overwhelmed, but these are great, happy tears. I feel like I'm creating my own space to let others in, let myself receive the love I deserve, let myself be in the presence of good humans. That's been hard to do because I'm just so used to not letting anybody have that space. But like I said, this Grow Your Own Way journey isn't a book. Only it's a continuum for me. Whole, well, and worthy is a continuum until I take my last breath. And I want to share these moments with you guys because this is a whole new process for me. I'm my first time authoring a book that's out there. I had an old colleague, dear friend, who I admire more than I can put into words. She's a nursing colleague, and she read my book. She gave me a call and left me the most amazing voice message. And then she sent me a card in the mail. Everyone's commented on the vulnerability in the book, and I think that's why it took so long to write, because there is a lot of vulnerability. There's also healing, there's also happiness, there's also growth. And again, this isn't a how-to or what you should do or telling you what steps to take. This is really my story that I really hope encourages you to just be on your own path of growth, of self-love, of a mindset shift that takes you to where you want to be and what you desire, creating that lifestyle. I might talk about movement of the body and the mind, so things don't get stale and stagnant and you hold on to what you no longer need. I feel like this book is that. It's opening all that up. Let love in. So I think that's where I am at. Let love in. And it feels good. It feels human. It feels overwhelming, but it feels good. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I want you to know I just didn't write a book. I said, here's my book. There's real life and story behind it and how I got here. There was a gentleman in the store and he asked me, how long have you been writing this book? And I said, about 20 years. And he laughed, but he got it, and we just shared a smile. And the people that came into the bookstore, I met this 81-year-old woman who was amazing and beautiful, and she purchased my book. She left me with so much kindness. There's a dear colleague from the school district who came in with her husband and her child. I just, strangers and people I know pouring into me. I receive it, you all. And my hope is that my book pours into you, and you continue to grow your own way, begin to grow your own way, be inspired in some way to grow your own way. So that's the book reading today. It's really not a chapter reading, but I'm also going to take this moment to show you the end of the season and the end of my garden here. You can see my beautiful tomatoes growing back up there. I think you can see that. And I do have some eggplants growing back there. You're going to see some tomatoes here too. And then there's my lemon tree. I've loved and nurtured this lemon tree so well this year. So I am looking forward. I can see all the production coming out now. So I'm looking forward to the end. That's my basil. My basil's been doing good. And what you can't see, I have some eggplant back there. But you guys, my manifestation is that Oprah Winfrey and someone from her Harpo Studios, our own network. Remember Harpo? Oh my God. But own network reaches out to me because this is an Oprah book club book. Trust me when I tell you this. Grow Your Own Way, Whole, Well, and Worthy, my wellness memoir, my journey of growing my own way with the goal of inspiring others to leap and grow their own way, continue to grow their own way, or adjust to growing their own way, whole, well, and worthy. I really appreciate all the support, you guys. Thank you.